This is Talk of the Town, a weekly program featuring community events happening in and around Northeast Michigan, with your host, Nancy Smitham, and get the latest from Alpena Community College with Don McMaster. And now, today's Talk of the Town.
Good morning and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Nancy Smitham. My first guest today is Brad Summers from the Boys and Girls Club of Alpena. Hi, Brad.
Hi, Nancy.
Good to have you back again. I know you've had some exciting news in your life. You have a brand new baby daughter. Congratulations from all of us here. I look forward to seeing you out and about with her. And I know even through all that process, things have been crazy at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, we're still very busy, especially this time of year with our big fundraiser that's coming up on May 6th. So next Friday at the All Saints Parish Hall, we're having our 90th anniversary dinner, spring dinner raffle. And this is our biggest fundraiser that we do during the year. We sell 180 tickets for our raffle, and we give away $3,000, actually $7,500 worth of prizes altogether.
Yes.
And then we have a lot of area businesses that and gracious people that donate some very awesome items to for our silent auction. And then Boland's Jewelry does a wonderful giveaway. This year it's a beautiful diamond pendant that they're going to be giving out. So we do like a little seed package. Everything revolves around the spring theme, just kind of the excitement of getting rid of all the the winter doldrums and all that weather that we're just so excited not to see anymore.
And you said it's your biggest fundraiser, but I want to let people know it's your most important fundraiser. This is the fundraisers that, provides that wonderful staff with the tools and the training, provides all that wonderful programming that we have at the Boys and Girls Club, keeps those kids in a safe place where they're being mentored by wonderful people, helps all those wonderful programs that you do at the Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah, we definitely stay busy with, the programming that we do. We run a full gamut of different kinds of programming when it comes to computer literacy, to the arts, to social recreation, to just plain recreation, playing pool or foosball or whatever it is, or air hockey. But at times during the year, things need to be replaced. Things need to be upkeeping of certain things, and then just wear and tear of general equipment that the kids use, like basketballs and footballs and things. So this fundraiser really allows us to do a lot more for the kids in our community. And it's a way for people in this great town to step up to help out with the future of our community.
Right.
These kids are they're not just a number. Each and every kid has their own unique abilities, and at the club we try to delve into those. Some kids are better at art, some kids are better at sports, but this fundraiser really allows us to provide those resources to the kids, and allows them to be themselves and find those interests and spark those interests and all that fun stuff. So.
And I think of kids home alone after school, playing on their computer, playing on their phones, those discretionary hours, or being at the club, associating with mentors and staff and having fun and hearing the laughter and the joy and getting snacks and getting dinner, all those things. Those are so important in our community. How many children do you service on maybe a monthly basis? On
a daily basis, we serve about 80 kids.
Wow.
So in between, it could be 1,600 kids in a month.
Wow.
We have about 300 kids that are active members, which come 1 to 2 times a week. And we have about 1,200 kids in our entire member system that come at least one time a year or more. But we consider a kid an active member when they're coming once to twice a week. So when it comes to a lot of the resources that we provide and what these fundraisers do for the kids, it helps provide a free meal every single day for 80 kids, and a lot of different recreational opportunities for them to do.
So somebody says, oh, well, I can't get there for that dinner. What else can I do to help? There's so many ways that people can help.
Well, we're always looking for volunteers as well. The adult volunteers, we're always looking for mentors to help out. We have a waiting list of kids that are looking for caring adults in the community, to help out with, just going to eat lunch with them at school, or, just take them putt-putt golfing, or even during like the football season or basketball season, take them to a game. Basically, it's just someone that these kids can kind of, look up to and just converse with. We have a lot of parents are very busy, or there's a lot of parents with single parent homes or things of that nature. This just helps, relieve some of the stress that a household can
Yes.
feel, and at the same time, you're benefiting the youth in our community, which will be our next generation's leaders.
Yes.
So you're providing resources not only for a kid, but to help them enable themselves to become, the next city council member or the next lawyer or whatever it is that they want to go into, but you're giving them the confidence to go forward with that.
And speaking about wonderful things happening at the club, you just received a wonderful award, and we're going to break the news here.
Yep. We have received the Volunteer Agency of the Year for the state of Michigan.
Okay.
The Youth Volunteer Corps, run by Matt Mashinsky, and Brooke Mainville, our AmeriCorps member, have done just an amazing job.
Yes.
NEMSCA actually presented the award. They're the ones that nominated us for it in the state, and because of the wonderful nature of the kids, the way that it runs, the year-round program, and with the great leadership from Matt and from Brooke there, we were actually awarded the award. So Matt is received the award in Lansing. The governor and Peter Patalia are bestowing the Boys and Girls Club with this very gracious, humble, awesome, so many
Yes.
great adjectives. But it's a great acknowledgement for us here in Alpena to be in the northeastern region, a smaller community, but hundreds of agencies applied for this and were nominated, and us here in Alpena. This is our gem, this volunteer
Yes.
program. So many kids have bought into all the wonderful things that they're able to do in the community and help out people and maximize other nonprofits and just basically just teach those kids that leadership development that they need to go forward.
Yay.
Yay!
And I know that we've just about enough time for you to talk about the 2 positions that you're looking to fill.
Yep. During the summer is our busiest time of year. We see upwards of 125, maybe even 150 kids a day. So it's a little bit different than our school year, so we're always looking for more employment.
Okay.
We're going to be hiring 2 part-time program aides
Okay.
for the summer. Energetic, dynamic, doesn't really matter as long as you have a care and a compassion for youth, and you want to work with them towards their development. Please stop into the Boys and Girls Club, drop off a resume, fill out an application, talk to one of the wonderful staff that we have there. We're all ears. We're just looking for great people to help us out during the summer.
Okay, we're out of time. Thank you so much for being here. See you next month.
Thank you, Nancy.
I'll be right back with Jennifer Newhouse from Huron Humane Society following these messages. Hi, welcome back. I'm with Jennifer Newhouse from Huron Humane Society. Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Nancy.
As I read our little list today, wow, you have some unique and different kind of fundraisers coming up.
Yes.
And the first one is Clipping for Critters. What a great
Yes.
idea.
Yes. Brian contacted us from Chiefs and said he had this great idea for a fundraiser. He's put it all together. They're doing donations, and whoever gets the most donations will have their beards shaved.
Wow, we have some great contestants. We have
Yes.
Brad Kujinaw, Brian Mayo, Dave Lockery, and Andrew White, and they all have beards.
Yes.
So whoever gets the most donations gets their beard cut off. They should be able to say who gets their beard cut off if they don't want theirs cut off.
Right. I don't know all the details, but
Okay.
it sounds like it's going to be lots of fun.
It's going to be Thursday, May 5th at 6 p.m. at Latitudes.
Yes.
And who's going to be doing the beard shaving?
I'm not sure.
I think they should do it with a dull butter knife. So anyway, if you want to participate, there's a GoFundMe account. It's posted on Huron Humane Society's website, and you can click on whatever individual participant.
Yes, it's our Facebook page.
Okay.
You just go on
Okay.
there and you make a donation, note on there where you want that money to be directed.
Perfect.
Yes.
And then this is an event you've held every year, but it's your annual Fur Bowl.
Yes.
Very important event,
Yes.
as we talked about the Boys and Girls Club. This is the event that brings in a lot of money, helps you do all those wonderful things for the animals in our community.
Yes. Yes, we still have 8 lanes available.
Okay.
The packets can be picked up at the Thunderbolt lanes. You just go out, ask for donations, show up to register, bowl 2 games, and everybody will leave with a door prize.
Okay.
And we also have trophies for the winning team and gifts for the person that brings in the most donations.
And that's coming up quickly too, Friday, May 13th, registration at 5 p.m., tournament starts at 6, at Thunderbolt Lanes. And you have some wonderful sponsors: Burger King, Family Video, Culver's, Bahama Breeze Tanning, Wendy's, Alpina Agency, Alpina Buick, Lasting Expression, Emory Enterprise. So you have a lot of great prizes.
Yes.
And great sponsors. Okay, now this is the next fundraiser that's kind of new. Northern Michigan Hearst Cruise.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Okay, it will be held May 27th and 28th. It starts on the 27th at the Gaylord Pavilion. They register between 4 and 6 p.m., and then the show is from 6 to 9 p.m.
Okay.
You can go there and check out all the hearses. And then on the 28th, they're going to start at the pavilion, and they're going to start their cruise
Okay.
right around 9 o'clock. They're going to arrive in Atlanta about 9:30.
Okay.
They will be parked in Atlanta until about 11:30. Then they'll be moving on to Hillman, and they'll be parked there from 12 to 2.
Okay.
And then they're going to be ending here in Alpena, and they'll be here about 2:45 until 5 p.m.
Okay.
All along the way, they'll be picking up donations of
Great.
items that the Humane Society is in need of. So this is a fun, new, interesting event that we'll be having.
It'll be fun to watch them. So on the 28th, then you can come to Huron Humane Society from 2:45 to 5. Is that where they're going to be, or where will they be parked?
They're going to be parked downtown.
Oh, yay, that's better.
Yes, I don't have the exact location, but we'll be announcing that soon.
Okay, so get your sheets and your fabric softener sheets and your kitty litter and your cat food and your dog food and your leashes. Get all that stuff and then
Yes.
keep watching and bring it down and look at the hearses and thank them for participating in this
Yes,
wonderful fundraiser.
yes. Monetary donations are always welcome.
Okay?
So
And then the 13th annual Cruising for Critters. This is a fun event that I enjoy watching as it cruises around town. So
Yes.
that's June 4th, so give us some details about that.
we have not had our meeting yet.
Okay.
I have been out looking for donations for auction items because we have a small silent auction.
Okay.
I know that it ends at Chiefs.
Okay?
So
All right, so just watch for more information on that.
Yes.
And then I know on April 16th you had your Adopt a Rabbit Day. I saw it in the paper,
Yes.
heard it on the radio, heard a lot of people talking about it. So it was a great success.
it was. We found 20 bunnies, wonderful homes.
Wow.
It was amazing, the people that just stopped by to see how we were doing, to look at the rabbits, and we had a few dogs there. There was a very special dog there that found an owner that day.
Oh, yay.
The new owner came back a couple days later and picked him up from the shelter, and I guess everything's going wonderful. And
Perfect.
we've had lots of feedback on happy bunny owners.
And we still have 5 male bunnies ready for
Yes.
adoption.
Yes.
So call the shelter for more information on
Yep.
that. Okay, and then meet and greets. You're still doing meet and greets.
Yes. Every Thursday,
Okay.
they're at Real Estate One of Alpena, John Knapp State Farm
Okay.
office on Ripley, City Hall.
Okay.
And Andrew over at Great North Pet Supply is still doing his kitty adoptions. And when a kitty goes to Great North, it does not go back to the shelter. He keeps it there until it's found a new home.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And there's, just like as we talked with the Boys and Girls Club, if you can't attend any of these events and you're not able, there's so many wonderful things you can do
Yes.
to help Huron Humane Society. Give me an example of some of those things.
The weather's getting nicer right now, so it would be great if you had a few minutes and you like dogs that you could go out and walk a dog. We have rooms just full of cats, and if you just want to go and sit in one of these rooms, the cats, they come to you, they want to be pet, they want to be, loved on, and
Just socialization. And it's
Yes.
a proven fact that animals that are around people and get those socialization skills, are more readily adopted.
yes.
And volunteer at the shelter, walk dogs, play with cats. You can help do cleaning. There's fundraising. There's office things. There's so many things you can do. And any supplies that you use at your home, you use at the shelter. So there's drop boxes around town, or any of these events that we've talked about. Bring those kind of items so that we can use those for our animals in our
Exactly.
community. And then to monetary donations.
Yes.
Make it a pledge that I'm going to send $5 every month to Huron Humane Society. I guarantee you that $5 turns into $50 real quickly.
Yes.
And
Yep.
if anyone has more information, they can go to your website, and that is,
HuronHumaneSociety.org.
okay, or they can call 356-4794.
Yes.
And there's so many events and so many things that I just really hope people will go online, find out about them, and especially the new ones. The Cruising for Critters and the Northeastern Michigan Hearst Cruise.
Yeah.
2 really unique events, and thank you for doing those, and it'll be exciting to hear what the results are.
Yes.
Talk to you next month.
Thank you.
Please stay tuned for Dr. Don McMaster following these messages.
Everyone, and welcome to Talk of the Town. I'm Dr. Don McMaster. I'm president of Alpena Community College, and I'm delighted to have as our guest this morning Mark Jacobs, cross-country coach, par excellence at ACC, doing just a wonderful job. And tell us about this year's team. They won a prestigious national award.
Yes, we are the first team in college history, 74 years, to become an academic All-American team. And it's not easy. I believe there were about 9 teams nationally. We were in the top 5, and our GPA cumulative was a 3.69, which is incredible. Extremely proud student athletes, and again, our number 1 goal this year, that was it. Number 1 was to be academic All-American team. I do have to give a shout out to a few of my, I had the Wright brothers who were academic All-American, Colin and Connor Wright. Nevin Maharg, 4-point student also, and then Alec Fierek was a kid from Pickford. You know him well.
I do.
First 2-time academic All-American award winner, which is incredible.
Well, you're putting meat on the old metaphor of student athlete. You're putting the emphasis where it ought to be on student excellence. We appreciate that. Is that a special Mark Jacobs touch, or is that something that the kids bring, or how's that all come out?
It's one of those things. It is. I mean, I'd love to have these kids go to the Olympics, but in the real world, you go to college to get a degree to get a job. And believe it or not, I learned a lot about academics from my son, who's out in California going to school, and he kind of told me it's a will thing instead of a skill thing. He said, there's things you can do to become better academically, and I really preach that to my kids. You sit in the front row of a classroom, you ask questions, you become engaged, because if you're engaged, the instructor's more engaged with you, and there's an interest there. And all of a sudden, you're talking and saying, okay, you're right, this kid does care. And it's amazing, if you care and an instructor cares, how well you can do.
Very good advice from Clay.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, proud of that kid. So.
Outstanding kid.
Yeah. And I do have to share my favorite quote from this academic All-American team. Nevin Maharg had got a 4.0, and I called him, and it made my day. And I called him up, and I said, I just want to let you know it made my day. Thank you. And he said, Coach, you asked me to get a 4.0, so I got a 4.0.
Oh.
And I thought, wow, that says a lot. So next year I'm going to ask him to get a 4.0 and then drop his time by about 2 minutes. But again, first class gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen on the team this year, and extremely proud of.
And justifiably so. During an average week during the season, how many miles will those kids run?
We're running anywhere from probably 40 to 80, depending on the week. Depending on, I've got a gentleman I'm recruiting from Hillman right now, and he asked me, he said, now do you guys run 2 or 3 miles at a time? And we have practices where we'll go out and do 18 to 20 miles.
Really?
And again, it's just one of those things where it's a mental thing. If you think you can do it or you think you can't, you're right. Henry Ford quote.
Yes.
And it's a mental sport, and just kids get in a groove, and the camaraderie is unbelievable, and they push each other.
The camaraderie, that's an interesting piece. So I would imagine 10 or 12 miles in, a person might be tempted to shut her down.
Yep, and again, they push each other, and the neat thing is these kids all get along well. And when it's cold out and it's 5:30 a.m. in the morning and they're at practice, you talk about team building.
Yes.
It's not something they're just kind of going to shake off, because again, blood, sweat, and tears go a long way, especially with teamwork.
Mm-hmm. I see you run by the house fairly often before daybreak.
Yes, that's my addiction. Yes.
And some of your teammates, too.
Yes, absolutely. As a matter of fact, I'm running with Michaela Oliver in about 20 minutes.
There you go.
So.
And that brings me to another question. There are young women on the cross-country team.
Yes, they are. This past year, Michaela Oliver, who's going to be going to Cleary, and then Brooke Baroni she's going to a winemaking college.
Really?
And that's her passion. They have an orchard in Alpena, outside of Alpena, and so she's going to learn to be a winemaker.
Wow.
So, but
Really
Michaela's going to run cross country for Clary with one of our former Alpena young ladies, Elaine Lowe. And I've gotten to know the coach very well.
How's next year look?
Next year looks phenomenal. I'll tell you, and I'll try to make this brief, but I've got my secret weapon at the college, and I've told you a lot how I feel about it, is Mike Colleen.
Yes.
I will put him against any admissions director in the United States. He is that good. And the nice thing about Mike is he is a parent, but not just to Christina and Tyler. He's a parent to every kid on the campus. And when kids come in and their parents come in, they notice that. And so he's my secret weapon, because I've had so many parents say, it's so refreshing to call the college and not get about 15 different numbers. He said, if Mike's not in, I get Sue as admin. And
Right.
It makes all the difference in the world. And so if Mike goes up, and when he's talking to different high schools about ACC, if he sees somebody who looks like a runner, he'll say, hey, do you run? And so he's my ace in the hole. And I'm lucky to have him, and the ACC is extremely lucky to have him.
I would completely agree with that. I've seen Mike in action as recently as week before last, and then he and Sue had more than almost 400 kids come through that week, and he's down to earth, accurate, connects, gives good information. I had never heard it put that he's kind of the parent of these kids, but I can see that.
And he treats everybody with total respect. And to me, I'm not in the college, I'm not there a lot. And when Mike recruits them, he's there. And I don't see him, and they see Mike, and it's like a familiar face.
Yeah.
So again, recruiting's going fantastic. I just signed my 4th runner, outstanding runner. I've got, I think, 2 more to sign, and we're going to be gold next year.
You have some folks that are in district or within, the Alpena region, but then you have some folks that are from across the state, right?
Yep, I've got a gentleman, Morgan McLean from Onaway. I just signed a gentleman named Jonathan Pishner from Charlevoix, who's got family over here. And then my 2 Alpena kids are Colin Guidoni and Ryan Wergo. And I'm going to be signing Sheldon Elke out of Hillman, who ran indoor for me as a sprinter, but he wants to continue to run, and a gentleman named Brady Wright out of Gaylord, and hopefully I can even get more. So we're going to have a tough team next year, and academically also, a strong team.
Do you think you can do academic All-American again next year?
That's #1 goal next year, and again, I'll be disappointed if not. I think even, matter of fact, all these kids are, they understand what it takes, they understand my expectations, so I want to set those early and often.
So, Mark, we've got about 30 seconds left. I have to ask you, I'm curious of myself, what is your passion for this activity?
My dad was a track and field guru, #2 race walker in the nation back at one time, All-American runner, and I guess it's in the genes, and I love it. I love the camaraderie, I love the friendship. My best friends in the world are my running group that I run with every Saturday morning, and it's just a sport that's lifelong, but again, it's, Joe Gentry and I, we save the world every Saturday, so we do a lot of talking and a lot of, philosophy, subjects, so.
Outstanding, yes, and it's great to have you with us at ACC. Great to have Joe with us. Thanks for all what you're doing with the cross-country team and the student athletes. We appreciate it very much.
And I love being here, thank you.
And thank you for watching Talk of the Town. We'll see you next week.
This has been Talk of the Town with your hosts, Nancy Smitham and Don McMaster. For a list of events taking place in Northeast Michigan, please visit our website at wbkb11.com and click on the community link. This has been a Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation production.
The Talk of the Town furniture and set design are provided by Young Appliance Art Van Furniture on US 23 South in Alpena.